Hello everyone, myself Dr. Ramlakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Today I am going to deliver the lecture on the topic Population Growth and Change in the course Managerial Economics Demography 1. Course code is U18 NCSA 301. Next, introduction for population. A population is a group of individuals of the same species which makes up part of the community in an ecosystem. When a population colonizes a new environment, the population increases rapidly until it reaches the carrying capacity. The maximum population size that can be maintained by the environmental conditions. This is the world's changing demographic profile. In 1950, it had 2.5 billion. In 2010, it had 6.9 billion. But in 2050, it will be 9.1 billion. Population's terminology. Population density means the number of individuals of the same type present per unit area or volume of a habitat. Birth rate. It means the number of new individuals produced by a population during a certain time interval. Death rate. It means the number of individuals within a population that have died during the same time interval. Next, calculating population change. The formula for calculating population change is R equal to B minus D plus I minus E. Here, R means growth rate. B represents birth rate. D denotes death rate. I means immigration rate. E denotes emigration rate. Birth, death, immigration, and emigration are calculated per 1,000 people. Next, population stability. When the population reaches the level that the available environmental resources can just maintain the population becomes stable. At this stage, it is in a state of dynamic equilibrium. There are very slight changes, but overall it is relatively balanced. And the population has reached its carrying capacity. And birth rate equals death rate. Human interference has caused many populations to become unstable or threatened. Next, population regulation. The carrying capacity is determined by the following: food, oxygen, water, space. If one is limited, it prevents the population increasing. It means regulatory effects. Death by predation, disease, pollution by organisms waste. It leads to population decrease. Influence of modern society on undeveloped societies. Modern societies have introduced the following: tools, technology, disease led to a population decline. Next, caused problems. Less land to live off, traditional cultures are disappearing, economic and social problems. Next, factors affecting population change. It has two things. One is density dependent factors and another one is density independent factors. Density dependent factors contains intra-specific competition, predation, alley effect. But in density independent factors, natural disasters, external invasions, limited resources in the ecosystem. Let's see brief. Density dependent factors limit population growth and intensify as the population increases in size. That is, competition for resources, disease, etc. In density dependent factors, intra-specific competition is when individuals of the same species compete for resources. If this is high, then the population will have a low growth rate. In density dependent factors, predation means the consumption of prey by a predator. If there is more prey available, they will be chosen more by predators. Next, we see alley effect. Werner Alley found that some density dependent factors reduce population growth when the population is at a low density rather than high density. Example, harder for individuals to find a mate and successfully reproduce, thus lowering the growth rate of species. Small populations also may go through inbreeding depression, which reduces the population's genetic variability and may prevent successful population growth. Density independent factors limit population growth no matter what the population size. That is, natural disaster, human intervention, etc. The resource in the ecosystem that is in the shortest supply is known as the limiting factor, since it is preventing massive population growth. Next, we will see how the population change affects the entire ecosystem. A change in one population of species can affect the entire hierarchy of living things in that ecosystem. This figure illustrates the food web in a grassland ecosystem with 5 possible food chains. Next, the world's population. Population growth rate prior to 1650 was 2000 of a person per year. In 1650, the world's population was around 500 million. By 1940, the growth rate close to 1%. Today, the world's population is about 6,602,000,000. If the world's population continues to grow at the present rate, it will double in a mere 45 years, thus creating major problems of migration, environmental pressure, and resource management. Next, measures of population growth. One measure of population growth is the crude birth rate. It means the number of births per 1,000 population. The difference between the crude birth rate and the death rate is referred to as the rate of population growth. Naturally, it will be increased. As a whole, the world is not reproducing at a higher rate, but people are living longer. Most nations have a population growth rate of 0.1% to 3%. Industrial nations are at the low end, with developing nations at the high end of the growth rate. In the near future, the population of less developed nations is likely to double. Russia and many other European nations have been experiencing extremely slow or even negative rates of natural population increase. Next, rising expectations. In part, rising expectations have been a function of the growth of literacy in developing nations. The gap in living standards between the haves and have-not is a social problem. That is, political instability, backwardness, neocolonialism, terrorism, population migration of the poor. Neocolonialism means the control of less developed countries by developed countries through indirect means. Next, population control. Usually it takes 3 approaches. First approach is reduce the birth rate of a population. Second thing is control fertility to achieve 0 rate of population growth. Achieve a negative rate of growth, reducing the size of the population. Next, family planning. It involves the voluntary control of the number of children born, and also education, and also contraceptive use to control family size. Next, zero population growth, that is ZPG. It is an organization that advocates no population growth as soon as possible through measures like birth control, legalized abortion, education, and changing attitudes on family. Next, population control in less developed countries. First, sterilization. It encouraged volunteers through financial incentives. China and one child per family policy. Family planning and birth control along with educational programs. Next, the US population. The United States population is growing at a rate of about 1% a year. 60% is due to natural growth, births over deaths. 40% is due to net migration. Age and income disparity of old and new immigrants. Next, immigration and its consequences. Many immigrants came to the United States for a better way of life, that is freedom, jobs, and economic opportunities. The diversity has been an important source of the culture. It also led to problems, ethnic and racial conflict, competition among nationalities for a share of American economy, debates over immigration policy, illegal immigrants, and cost of immigration. Next, exponential growth of human population. The human population is now growing exponentially due to overcoming predation, less child mortality, increase in life expectancy, increased female fertility. It is also due to machinery, increased food availability for fertilizers and pesticides. In this type of growth form, the population grows exponentially, and after attaining the peak value, the population may abruptly crash. This increase in population is continued till large amount of food materials exist in the habitat. After some time, due to increase in population size, the food supply in the habitat becomes limited, which ultimately results in decrease in population size. This figure illustrates the exponential growth curve. It looks like a J-shaped growth curve. For example, many insect populations show explosive increase in numbers during the rainy season, followed by their disappearance at the end of the season. The following equation exhibits J-shaped growth. That is dN by dt equal to R capital N. Here dN by dt represents rate of change in population. R denotes biotic potential. Capital N represents population size. Next, arithmetical increase method. This method is based on the assumption that the rate of change of population with time is constant. This method is suitable for large and old city with considerable development. If it is used for small, average, or comparatively new cities, it will give lower population estimate than actual value. In this method, the average increase in population per decade is calculated from the past census reports. This increase is added to the present population to find out the population of the next decade. Thus, it is assumed that the population is increasing at constant rate. Hence, dp by dt equal to C. That is, rate of change of population with respect to time is constant. Therefore, population after nth decade will be Pn equal to P plus N into C. Here, Pn represents the population after n decades. P means present population. Next, geometrical increase method. It is also called as geometrical progression method. In this method, the percentage increase in population from decade to decade is assumed to remain constant. Geometric mean increase is used to find out the future increment in population. Since this method gives higher values and hence should be applied for a new industrial town at the beginning of development for only few decades. Pn equal to P into 1 plus Ig divided by 100 whole to the power n. Here, Ig represents geometric mean in percentage. P means present population. Capital N represents number of decades. Next, logistic curve method. This method is used when the growth of rate of population due to births, deaths, and migrations takes place under normal situation, and it is not subjected to any extraordinary changes like epidemic, war, earthquake, or any natural disaster, etc. And the population follows the growth curve characteristics of living things within limited space and economic opportunity. If the population of a city is plotted with respect to time, The curve thus obtained under normal condition. It looks like S-shaped curve and it is known as logistic curve. This figure represents the logistic curve for population growth. Here P means population at any time t from the origin J. PS means saturation population. P naught means population of the city at the start point J. K represents constant. Small t means time in years. Gompertz curve. The Gompertz curve or Gompertz function is a type of mathematical model for a time series. It is named after Benjamin Gompertz in the year 1779 to 1865. It is a sigmoid function which describes growth as being slowest at the start and end of the given time period. The right hand or future value asymptote of the function is approached much more gradually by the curve than the left hand or lower valued asymptote. This is in contrast to the simple logistic function in which both asymptotes are approached by the curve symmetrically. It is a special case of the generalized logistic function. The sigmoid function serves as the basis of the Gompertz function, in which initial growth is rapid followed by a leveling off. This figure illustrates the sigmoid function. Thank you.